Good evening, everyone. James Hannon here. Welcome to tonight's webinar, no matter where you're calling in from. I know that on these webinars, we have people dial in or get on their computer from all over the world, and I love that. I love that this is a business that you can absolutely do from the comfort of your own home. You know, you may be like me. I've got a nice cup of tea here in front of me. I'm relaxed, I'm home, my family are in the other room, and, you know, I can build a business from home. And that is something quite extraordinary. So no matter where you're dialing in from, no matter where you're calling in from, we want to say welcome. We want to congratulate you for being here with us and for being the champion that you are. You know, if you're here, you might be here because someone's invited you onto a webinar to look at a way to generate some extra income. You might be here because someone told you about a mission called Mission 5 Million, where we're going to save the lives of 5 million children under the age of 5 around the world. You might be here because you've thought, well, 2016 is almost upon me, and I want it to be a better year than 2015. You might be here because you've looked at your bank balance and said, hey, there's not enough in there. I want to put some more, or you want to have a better quality of life. Whatever it is that you're here for, we want to congratulate you and say you're in the right place at the right time. Let me let you know that I got started working from home just over 15 years ago. I didn't get much success. After a few years, nothing was seeming to change for me until I got the right training and the right support. You see, my wife met me at the door one day and said, honey, we can't afford to buy shoes for our daughter. We were frustrated because we couldn't go out for a coffee. We couldn't go out for a piece of cake even. You know, we couldn't holidays, or the holidays that we went on were to stay at family and friends' places. You know, they're the sort of holidays you have to go on rather than the holidays you want to go on. Even though our family was lovely and our friends were amazing, they weren't the kind of holidays that I dreamed of. I wanted something better for my life. After following the system you're about to hear about, after working in this company called Manatech and really chasing it, we've been able to transform our life. We've gone from earning in my job around $500 per week to now earning millions of dollars with Manatech. It has changed our lives. We've traveled the world, and in fact, we're about to go to Hawaii in three weeks' time, all expenses paid, and we're taking a group of people within our team, people that we've worked with and helped and support, to do exactly the same thing, and we can't wait. So these people on the screen, these larrikins, these mums, dads, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters that you see on my screen right now are incredible. What's incredible about them? They just stepped up and stood out. What they said is that I want to change my life just like you want to do with yours. They just said, hey, this is what I want to do. And so they did. And what happened, these guys here, this is us over in Tahiti this year. We're not feeling too happy about having to leave, so we're all pulling faces. That's the day we had to leave Tahiti. You know, we were staying in those bungalows. I really should update that photo. Photo of bungalows we were staying in over the water as the fish swam under the bungalows, you know, or swimming with stingrays and sharks. No, they didn't eat us. And having a wonderful time. This is a fun night we had. This one, some of our team over in New Zealand. These some of the guys up in Queensland. This is the awards night with some of our teams being recognized for their achievement. So no matter the reason you're here tonight, no matter what it is you're looking for, you are in the right place at the right time. You are here with a team of people that absolutely want to support you and encourage you and train you and show you what to do. You might be here already thinking, I don't know if I have the time to build a business from home. Let me tell you, what I have found is that the people who don't have the time generally are the ones that know they can find it. We all have the same 24 hours a day and the same 7 days a week. We all have the same obstacles to overcome. You know, we all have the ability to the things that we need that challenge us. Okay, but they overcome. You might be thinking, I don't have the money. Don't worry about that. In fact, we're going to give registration for free tonight, so don't worry about that. You know, you might be thinking, I don't know what to do. Don't worry about that because you've learned things in the past. So we want to welcome you all. And I just got a message from Tennille. I need to let you know, Tennille, I can see you on the webinar, so we're going. Everything should be okay. We'll see how we go. Sorry, guys, that's a little bit of a adjunct in there. So whatever the reason, let's look at this. So let's have a look at this. You might be here, and I want you to understand it's a 2 to 5 year plan. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, you might have to look somewhere else. This really is a business that will absolutely help you to develop wealth. It will absolutely help you to increase your income and give you more time to do the things that you want to do, to travel, to give back, to have that security in your later years, or to have the freedom to do the things you want to do. That will absolutely happen. So let me ask you, what would be different for you? If time and money were no longer an object in your life, if time and money were no longer an object in your life, what would you do differently than you're doing today? But the challenge we face, is that how do we have the freedom to work around our families? Where the challenge of flexibility, there isn't such a thing, we believe. We look at our bank account where everyone's got these credit cards and they're just overburdened. Debt's out of control. The cost of living is rising. Support for the family income is a necessity. Financial security is becoming something that people don't believe. Childcare costs are increasing, so more and more parents are looking for ways to stay home with their kids. Because let's face it, who wants to let somebody else raise their children if we don't have to? 50% of marriages end in divorce. What a staggering statistic. What does that mean? Well, let's look at it, ladies. Ladies, the standard of living for a lady drops on average 45% in divorce. That's a terrible statistic for the ladies, and we need. So they're looking for security. They're looking for that ways to make sure that the financial burden of the family is removed. Job security, what is that? That's gone. You all know, just like I do, that if the boss had to make a decision, a choice between you and making money is going to win every time. Why? Well, that's why they're in business. So let's look at this. The world of work is going to be turned upside down as 2 billion jobs, half of all employment on the planet today, will be gone by 2030. Things are changing. Things are happening. And we need to, that's okay. We need a way to be able to get everybody moving. We need that and understand that things are changing and that we need to be ready for those changes. That we need to understand that these life, the way that we do business, the way that we do life today has changed, okay? And so you can't wait for life to be the same as it used to be. So 2 billion jobs will be gone. Why will they be gone? Well, they're going to be outsourced overseas. They're going to be given to robots. I know this may sound funny, but there is a new statistic that robots are taking over the place. And we're not talking about robots walking in the street. We're talking about robots that flip patties at McDonald's. They're invented already. We're talking about robots that manufacture cars. We're talking about robots that do all the menial tasks. They are going to be replacing up to 40% of the jobs that are out there. People need change. So what are the choices that we have? Well, these are them. We can either shrink our dreams to fit our income. You know what? And that's unfortunately what most people are being taught. That's what's being educated. Shrink your dreams. Don't dream so big. You're a dreamer, as if that's the wrong thing to be. Let me tell you, we need you to dream. The world needs you to dream. The world needs you to believe that you can have better. Why? Because your kids need that. Your future needs that. The people around you need that. They need you to dream bigger so that we can make a difference, so that you can make a difference. Because the other option you've got, you either shrink your dreams to fit your income, but we believe you can expand your income to attain your dreams. So you get a choice. On your GoToWebinar control panel, there's an area where you can lift up a hand and you can wave at me and that you can say good day and agree or disagree with me. So if you would prefer to increase your income and to attain your dreams rather than shrink your dreams to fit your income, give us a little wave. So hit that hand button on your GoToWebinar control panel and just let me know if you'd prefer to increase your income over decreasing. Over decreasing your dreams, fantastic, with hands going up all over the world. You see, Robert Kiyosaki says this: it's more important to grow your income than cut your expenses. It's more important to grow your spirit than cut your dreams. See, Robert Kiyosaki is one of the authors. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, and a load of other books. He's one of the world's top, I guess, trainers on helping people like you and me get out of the belief of that having a job is the only way to get forward. He wrote a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, where he helped us all to understand that there really are 4 areas that we all fit into. We've got the E and S quadrants over here. The E quadrant is an employee, where you have a job, and the S quadrant is self-employed, where you own a job. And there's people on this webinar tonight where they own a small business. They're self-employed, and they'll guarantee you, they'll tell you that, yes, they own a job. If they don't work, they don't eat. It's very simple. Now, unfortunately, we've all been trained that over here is the place to be. But only 90% of people, 90% of people are over here, but only 10% of the wealth. Over here on the right is the business owner and investor. The business owner is a person that owns a business. And in general, in traditional terms, they have people working for them or a system working for them. And that then allows them to earn income to become an investor. But a business owner in Robert Kiyosaki's terms is a person that has minimum of 500 people working for them. Now, we want to show you a way tonight where you don't need to have anyone working for you at all, and you get to become a business owner. Tonight, we actually want to show you how you can actually work with people rather than for them, and how they can work with you rather than for you, and how you can support one another, and how everyone working together, it becomes a win-win scenario. The interesting thing about these quadrants over here is only 10% of people play over here, but there's 90% of the wealth. Now, let's face it, when you want to make money, you want to be where the money is. So 90% of the wealth is over here. So it stands to reason this is where you want to be. Robert Kiyosaki says, don't get a second job or a third job. Start a part-time home business. It's the #1 way to increase your wealth. I have to agree with him. There are people on this webinar that have earned millions of dollars with me that have actually gone ahead and done that. There's one man on this webinar, I'm proud to say, he's paramount. He's helped Manatech launch in New Zealand, Singapore, Finland, Hong Kong, and other countries because he saw a vision. He saw what this could do, which has changed his life, and now it's changing other people's lives all over the world. So tonight, this is where your life gets to change. See, our philosophy is really simple. We can either pay someone else or we can pay you. That's what network marketing really is. We are the network marketing model. You know that. That's why you're here. You weren't born yesterday. But our model, it works like this. It's a simple change in distribution channels. It's very simple. It goes like traditional business. You have your manufacturer, you have your middleman, and you have your retailer, and then we have you. You purchase the product. Now, in these 2 areas here, there's a massive markup. Why? Because everybody needs to make money. And it's no problem with these guys making the money. But what we believe is, well, okay, if you bought a product from these guys here on the traditional distribution and you liked it, you're going to tell people, right? Let's say you went to a cafe and you liked the cafe. Well, you're going to tell your friends about that cafe. But will that cafe pay you to do that? No. What about going and seeing a movie? Some of you are probably going to see Star Wars. You may have gone and seen The Hobbit. You may have gone to see the new James Bond movie. All of those things. I know I'm going to doing all those things. Well, you go and see all those things, but you don't get paid by the cinema or the movie manufacturers to actually tell your friends. Well, what we do is we do pay you. That's all. It's really, really simple. The manufacturer produces the product. You get the product, and when you start to like the product and you like the product and you tell other people about it, we're going to pay you, because 78% of people trust recommendations from friends versus only 14% from advertising. It's a big deal, and we believe that we want to give you the money. So let's have a look at the network marketing industry in general, and let's do a comparison. Remember, when you're in business, you want to be where the money is or where the money's flowing to, because that allows you to get a bigger percentage or a higher percentage chance of making money. but let's look at some funny stats that are out there. The National Football League, these are American stats, it's a $9.5 billion industry. And you might think that's a lot, but it really isn't, especially when you think that every young boy wants to be in NFL when he's young. And then they want to grow up, but it's only $9.5 billion in value. So it gets cut up in a big way. Then you've got the staff, you've got the stadiums, you've got all of the players, all of those kind of things. Then you've got the music industry, $16.5 billion, but we all want to be, or everyone wants to be on The Voice, or they want to be on X Factor and all this sort of stuff to get into the music industry, but it's only 16.5. The video gaming industry is 67. The movie industry is 80 billion. Okay, but look at network marketing. Network marketing is a $167 billion industry. It's bigger than the NFL, the music, the video gaming, and the movie industry combined. This is incredible. So where do you want to be? You want to be where the money is. Because if this is where the money is, this means there's more of a chance for you to make the money that you dream of, to do the things that you want to do, whether it's to travel the world, whether it's to give back, whether it's to do the things that have been on your heart to do, to have some security for your financial future. The markets that are interested in what we do, we've got the millennials who don't want to have a boss anymore. The millennials will say that I want to be my own boss. I've looked at the way mum and dad's life has been, and I've noticed they've worked the 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of what they couldn't live on. That doesn't look like a good solution for them. They want to change. You've got the baby boomers who have headed into retirement going, hey, well, my brain still works fine, thanks. I want to do something for myself. Or they're looking for that extra $1,000, $2,000 per month to top up their income. So they're looking at what we do and going, well, I want to be a part of that too. We've got women in business who are saying, well, I want to be a part of, to do something at home. I want to be with my kids. And women in home business is one of the fastest growing sectors of the economy. Direct selling has created more 6- and 7-figure income earners than most industries out there. The ladies within the A-team are regularly the top achievers. And through social entrepreneurship, we make a difference and help those less fortunate. We've also figured out that the ladies know how to use social media. It's easy for women to share. So we teach people, not just the ladies, we teach everybody a way to share their businesses. And then we have the parents who want to do something revolutionary. They actually want to be parents. Mums wanting to stay home with their kids, dads wanting to stop missing all of the important events, and both want me money to give their children and themselves a better life. This really is a way to change it all. So you get to choose the growth market. Generally, when you're entering into a market, you're looking at, well, what's my niche? Well, there are a few niches that Mannatech fit into. We've got the wellness, fat loss, and anti-aging niche. We've got the business niche of people wanting a business. And we've got the social entrepreneur niche or segment or trend where people are wanting to make a difference. Mannatech fits firmly right in the middle of all three. What does that mean? Well, for those people who partner with us, it's incredible. You follow the training, you follow the system, and it positions you to capitalize on what we have going on. See, the revolution is this. Why is Mannatech so powerful? You know, why is Mannatech changing the world? Well, it's because of what you see. The thing to understand that when you get in business, you want to be in business, a business that is secure. Well, Mannatech has over 100 patents in 37 countries protecting its technology. Now, you might not think having a patent is important. Well, think about it this way. Patents protect your business. If you came into business for us, you'd want to know and make sure that nobody could come along and steal your business. Well, patents make sure that happens because all of our products are patented. Then we have 17 human clinical studies, 17 studies that prove that our products do what we say they do. One of the only companies on the planet that's done this. Over $196 million income earners. You know, that's over 100, it's actually over 200 now, people who have earned over $1 million with Mannatech. And last year alone, we gave 20 million servings to children in need. We are a solution. We're looking for people who want to partner with us, people who want to change their life and the world around them at the same time. We can help you do that. So we went through some challenges. I'll be up front with you. When Mannatech first launched, you know, we were there. and it was incredible. We went through some massive growth as people came on board and using our products. The product that I'm about to show you, it changed people's lives so rapidly. We started to see things happen in people's life that we didn't think were possible. And so what happened is people started to give their testimony on their health and started to say things that they quite possibly shouldn't have said. And what they did is that got Mannatech in trouble. And so we're in relaunch phase right now. We are on ground floor right now. Nobody knows about us. We had to, I guess you could say, go into hiding a little bit because we needed to validate ourselves. We needed to vindicate ourselves. We needed to establish ourselves as the leader in the world of a new product or a new technology called a glyconutrient. Because in 1999, when it was questioned, it really slowed us down. We needed a change. We needed to look at the way that we were positioning ourselves in the market and say, hey, we need to protect our team. We need to protect our associates, and then we need to empower them to grow. And so we're in relaunch mode right now. We're looking for people who are ready to make a change. You see, what happened is when we came back, and we came back with a vengeance, we came back with scientifically validated studies. We came back with human clinical trials. We came back totally vindicated to show and to prove the world that our product will change the world and is changing the world. No one questions our science anymore because we prove it. No one comes against us and what we say about what our products do anymore because we've been able to prove it. So if you're looking for something that puts you in front of the curve, if you're looking for something that will allow you to be so groundbreaking, that will allow you to be at the pointy end of the spear, then this is exactly where you want to be. You see, there is a demand for our products and we address them. You've got a weight management market that is over $583 billion. What if you had the only product on the planet that actually made the body burn 3 times more fat? We have it. Of a market that's worth over $583 billion, we have the real solution to that. What about skincare and anti-aging? What, it's worth $39 billion. What if you had a product that could enter that market and rebuild the collagen and the elastin so the fine lines and wrinkles disappeared naturally and the body rebuilt itself? We have it. We're the only company in the world. What about if you have sports performance products that can enter the $6.7 billion market that actually increase oxygen to the blood, which means people could work out longer and harder and faster, and they could build their lean muscle? We have it. Nutrition and integrative health are rebuilding the immune system. We have it. We are the only company on the planet. The reason that we are changing the world is this discovery right here. This discovery right here has people sitting up on the edge of their seats, watching, listening, and looking at this all over the world. Hundreds and hundreds of people are joining our team every single month right now because of this discovery. You see, your cells communicate to one another. If you look at the palm of your hand, the palm of your hand is a cell. The fingers represent proteins, and coming out of your proteins would be glycans. Those glycans are required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, and every process of the human body. You know, this is incredible. This is what we have. We have the way for your cells to communicate to one another. We have the way for your cells to say, nourish me, repair me, destroy me, protect me, or regulate me. And it's this product called Ambritose, with over 50 patents worldwide. It improves brain function, improves memory, concentration, attentiveness, mood, supports cellular communication, digestive function, decreases irritability. It is the foundation to make your body work correctly. Understand this. If you can only remember one thing tonight, remember what I'm about to tell you. This product is required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, and every process of the human body. Let me say it again. It is required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, and every process of the human body requires this product. Now, think about that for a moment. Every process of the human body requires it. We are the only company on the planet to have it. For those of you that have said, now is the time for me to change my life, to build a business, this is the time for you. Why? Because it gives you a product that nobody else has, but everybody wants. You see, we took the nutrients in that product, not only benefit for the immune system and the body's health, we took it and we developed an anti-aging product called Youth. We were able to create this cream that actually penetrates the skin layer because remember what I said before, every process of the human body requires it. That includes the way that your cells age. You put this product on your skin, 100% of the people that used it had a smoother skin. 90% had more radiant and bright skin. 87% had less noticeable lines. 77% had firmer skin. 74% had improvements of overall appearance. 70% had less noticeable wrinkles. This product works. We could build a business just on this product alone. It's not just a anti-aging product. It's like 5 products all rolled into one. Eye cream, day cream, night cream, skin cream, wrinkle cream, serum, all rolled into one. We also have a moisturizer for those days, especially during winter when you get a little bit dry, just put it on over the top. But in general, this product is all you're going to need. And what about losing fat? Well, this is that product I told you about before. Lose 3 times more fat, beat the rebound effect. And we'll train you more, explain more about what the rebound effect is later. But this product, what it does is when you diet or when you lose weight, half the weight you lose is muscle. Think about that for a moment. Your muscle is directly linked to your metabolism, meaning that the more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism. However, when you diet, half the weight you lose is muscle, which means that when you're losing muscle, your metabolism slows down. So for those of you on the webinar tonight, have you ever been on a diet and you've started to plateau? You're not losing the weight anymore. You find it hard to get past. Well, that's because you've lost muscle. Mannatech developed a product that actually makes the body target fat. So that means that instead of losing muscle, you're losing fat. It's great. It suppresses hunger, reduces craving. You just add it to smoothies. And when you add Nutrivirus to it, so Osaline with Nutrivirus, what it does, it actually gives your body all of the nutrients that the body's going to need to beat those cravings and all of those things that come along with it. Those 2 products together are incredible. If you're looking for a solution to lose fat, this is the one. So before we move on any further, I want to I'll get some testimonies in just a second. So how it's easy to get started with us. Select the business pack, get an account number, 90-day money-back guarantee with all of our products. There's no risk to you. If you want to lose weight, get the weight loss products. If you want to look better, have better skin, get our anti-aging products. If you want to be well, use our wellness products. Then establish a monthly order with Mannatech. Why would you do that? Well, hey, let's face it, we need to look after our health. And nobody's going to, you want to be able to say to everyone that you take the products, so that you order the products. But the great thing is this, you receive a 20% loyalty bonus. What that means is for every 5 bottles that you order, you get 1 free. You could almost say, so buy 5, get 1 free. It's 20% added onto your account, and every month you nourish a child. Now, you don't have, that doesn't come out of your bank account to nourish that child. Mannatech looks after that for you just by you having a monthly order with us. Then what you do is you connect with people that want to improve their well-being, expand their income, or be part of a greater mission. So with Mannatech, we have a couple of ways that you can earn income. We have our active income bonuses and our long-term. The active income bonuses, they're the fast start money. That's the way that you make money at the start. There are also ways to make money as you continue to build your business. They're great bonuses. And let me tell you, when you look in your bank account and you've got these bonuses coming in every month, it makes a big difference, especially coming up to Christmas. Let me explain. A fast start bonus works like this. If you help 4 people get started at our champion level of $598, you earn about $800. Simple. The way that works is you get direct bonuses, power bonuses, team bonuses, all of those things wrapped up into one, just from helping 4 people get started at $598. Now, this is a really simple way of building the business. It's an investment in your business, and it's a great way to start. You get over $598 worth of product in your initial investment, and you're able to earn unlimited amount of money. But this is where it starts. This isn't where it finishes. Just imagine this for a moment. You help 4 of your friends get established, 4 people that you know that are looking for a way to change their life, 4 people that you know that want to earn an extra $100,000 a year, 4 people that you know that want to really do something big. Well, you help them go and establish some clients. So you have, you become a regional director. A regional director has about 1,500 points in their business. They impact about 15 kids per month. The average annual income of a regional director ranges between $1,800 to $5,000 per year. Now, think about this. Who couldn't do with an extra almost $100 per week? That's what we're talking about here. Target, do that within your first 1 to 3 months. Asset value. Now, one of my friends thought of this. It's incredible. I love it. The asset value for this is $91,000 at a $5,000 annual income. How do we work that out? Well, it's worked out on a 6%, what you would need to have in the bank getting a return of 6%. Now, I was doing a meeting with a friend of mine who's in banking, and I showed him this, and he goes, what bank gives you 6% at the moment? No one does. I said, oh, how much is it at the moment? He goes, 3%. So if you worked on bank interest rates, that's over $182 million. Sorry, $182,000. Incredible. Now, the next step is help some people go regional, you go national. Really simple. So it's about developing people. You help people go regional, you go national. National, 6,000 points, around 60 kids being nourished every single month. Annual income starts at $10,000 to $14,000 per year, an extra $1,000 a month. Target, 3 to 6 months. Asset value, almost $250,000. Now, I want you to hear from a lady called Poppy, or Paula. She's wonderful. She's been started with us just a few months, and she's just achieved national director. And I'm just going to get her to share with you her real quick, let me just unmute her here, her real quick testimony on how she's experienced so far. Hi, Paula, are you there?
Yes, I am, James. Can you hear me?
Sure can. Why don't you share your testimony with us tonight?
Okay. Hi, everybody. Before I start, I just want to thank and acknowledge Naomi and James and Sandra, my upline, and for their continuous support through all these couple of months with Manatech. And I couldn't be in this position if it wasn't for them. So I feel very blessed. So thank you for that. My story to date is we're self-employed, married with three children, and before I started up with the company, we went through a very hard time financially, being self-employed and all, where we lost our house. Unfortunately, after we lost our house, straight after that, I had to pull the kids out of their private school that they were in, and they had made some great friends there, so it was a very hard time in our lives. And that caused me, from all the stress, to get extremely sick, and my life started to spiral downwards, and my body ended up shutting down. Doctors didn't know what was wrong, but they put it down to severe stress from losing the house and pulling the kids out and seeing what was doing to our family. And out of sheer desperation, one day I called Naomi, who I've known for 20 years, and been watching her progress, and I called her and I said, I want what you've got. And I started with them, and fast forwarded to a couple of months ago when I finally made that best decision I've ever made. My business has grown. I took the products. My well-being has changed. I used to live at the doctor's every second day, and he would come to my house on the following day to check up on me. That's how bad I was. I haven't seen him now in 3 months, and he actually texted me today wanting to know if I was okay. So, yeah, I've stopped going to the doctor. My health has dramatically improved. I am a different person, and my family and friends have started noticing and wanting to know, what am I doing? What have I done? And just by sharing my testimony and telling them, they could see what it's done to me. They've all jumped on board with this and want part of what I've got. And being in this business, it has given me many, many, many rewards. And I'll just quickly tell you, if I can, a quick couple of seconds story of the biggest achievement today, the biggest joy for me today. And it might seem like a small thing to others, but this was massive for me. And I'm going to try not to cry, but I can't promise you anything because I'm Greek. Okay, my 15-year-old boy needed glasses for many months now, and we just couldn't afford it. We really could not afford. We were living day by day. And he came home one day really upset, saying, Mum, I've now officially moved to the front, furthest in the class, right at the front, and I still now can't see the board. And I quickly rang the company. We made an appointment to get his eyes checked, and yes, lo and behold, he needed glasses. And he looked at me and he says, look, I know we can't afford this, so don't worry about it, but at least I know now it's not me going crazy, my eyes need glasses. And I was devastated as a mum. And I thought, no, I'm just going to check the bank account one last time. Mind you, I checked it that morning and there was nothing there, but I thought I'll just check it again. This was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And lo and behold, my first pay was in there. First money, lot of money that I got from Arnatech. And I looked at him and I had tears streaming down my eyes. And he said, Mum, what's wrong? I said, we can get your glasses today. And he's like, no, I know we can't do this. And I said, no, my money's come in from Arnatech. So I was able to pay for his glasses there and then. And the look of relief on his face to me was worth $1 million. And I rang Nick and I said, Nick, honey, I've done this and this and I've bought him his glasses. And there was that deathly silence at the other end. And he said to me, how are we affording this? I know I don't have the money. And I said, no, but I do. Arnatech's just paid me my commission. And so that has been the greatest achievement for me to date. The biggest buzz is that I was able to get him glasses. I also have a 6-year-old little boy, and we were able to put him in the private school that we wanted to put him in, but we couldn't afford the fees, but now I can. And for the very first time in nearly 10 years, I was able to go finish all my Christmas shopping without touching my husband's so-called pay from our being self-employed and still having money left over. And that is by far the greatest achievement and satisfaction that I've received. So I am truly blessed, truly blessed to be involved with a team of people that love us and support us and encourage us. And I'm reaching other kids and nourishing children as well, which is an even bigger bonus as well, knowing that my business is contributing to saving lives. Can't be a better purpose on this earth as far as I'm concerned. That's just a quick, short story of my business.
You know, Poppy, that was wonderful. I said to you 2 minutes, and you said it's going to be impossible, James. I'm Greek, and I don't think there's a person on this webinar tonight that would say, I wish that she had made that shorter. That was beautiful, Poppy, and I've loved being able to watch that, and what an honor to see you become who you're becoming in this business, and well done to your wonderful support that you've had. But I'm proud of you, Poppy. Great. We call her Poppy. Everyone. Her name's Paula, but her name has Poppy. So.
Poppy to all my friends. So I'm Poppy to everybody.
You know, everyone. So you know that's national. That's the impact that can happen for an individual. Now you help some people go national, you go senior national. Senior national, 12,000 points in volume, 120 kids, annual income $14,000 to $18,000, target 6 to 12 months, asset value over $250,000. Executive director, get there by helping some people go senior national, 20,000 points, 200 kids, annual income $26,000 to $36,000, target 12 to 24 months, asset value almost $1 million. Senior executive, 40,000, 400 kids. You can see what's happening here. Just keep building people, keep developing your team. Your income keeps going up. Presidential, 60,000 points, 600 kids impacted. Annual income up to $100,000 a year. Target 2 to 5 years. This is why we call this a 2 to 5 year plan. This is why we say that this is a plan, not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a plan that you can work and build. Long-term income, go past presidential, earn up to $500,000 a year. You know, we're silver of presidentials. That means we've helped at least one person in 2 teams become a presidential director. But you know what? I want you to also hear from another lady. This lady's Tennille. Tennille's wonderful. She's only just got started with it. She's not a presidential director yet, but she's definitely on her way. And she's actually a regional director with our company. And I want you to hear from Tennille. Let me see if we got this working. We did have a little... Tennille, can you talk? Try talking. Let's see if we got this working. No, we thought we might have had a go at it, but it's not working. That's okay. So we were just trying to see if we could get Tennille to share her testimony. That's okay. We've got a lot of people on tonight, so we'll keep going. So you get to choose tonight which option best suits you. With us, it's very simple. We have 2 options. We have our champion option, $598, which you've already heard about, but let's look at it again. You get over $598 worth of product, unlimited income potential, access to our power bonuses. People will do what you do. So business where you lead, well, you want to lead by example. And the best way to lead by example is to get started at the place you want other people to get started at, and that's the champion level of $5.98. Every time you help someone get started, you get 400 points towards your those levels we're talking about as well. Now, the thing is, you never purchase this pack ever again. You can only ever purchase it once. So it's a big value just in that pack alone. So remember, you can only get it once. So we highly recommend getting it straight away. Or you can get started at basic level, $12, earn up to $4,000 so you get to the regional director level. It's a stepping stone to what you want. Next is that we have all of the technology at your fingertips to help you build a business. We have an app where it allows you, just from sending a text message to a friend, ask them a quick question, hey, if I sent you a link, would you be able to listen to a quick audio? They respond yes, and you send them a quick link from your phone. So we have an app for all of our team that you use, show videos, show before and after photos, listen to audios, motivation, training, all on our app. We have our online training system available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that system, all of the training is free of charge and it doesn't cost you a cent. We have 18 websites, so you can have personally, professionally designed and tested websites that'll help you market our women's business, markets to women, market our fat loss, market our anti-aging, market traditional business. It's all at your fingertips, plus pre-written autoresponder campaigns that put your business on autopilot, all at your fingertips. And on top of that, every person that gets started as a Christmas special, your first month's order, we're going to give you a $20 credit put back onto your account. Also, on top of that, if you wanted to get started our champion level, you get $20 back. If you get started at our basic level, we're going to waive the $12 registration, meaning that, and this is only going to happen, it's only available for now, okay? It will not continue, but we're going to waive the $12 registration if you're in Australia, or $13 if you're in New Zealand. Plus, we're going to give you a 20% loyalty bonus, credit put back onto your first month's automatic order. This is pretty incredible. On top of that, it's also going to allow us to nourish a child. So it's big for us. Mission 5 million. 5 million children under the age of 5 die every year of malnutrition. We want to save those kids' lives. The only way we can do it is with your help. Every time we establish a client, we nourish a child. So this month, it doesn't get much better for you to get started. You get free registration if you just want to be a client. Great, that's awesome. Free registration, save $12 plus, whether you get started at the basic level, the $12 level, or at the champion level, we're going to give you another $20 credit of your first month's order. And we're also going to give you a 20% loyalty bonus on top of that onto your account, meaning that after 3 months, we're going to accumulate 20% every month of the orders that you purchased, and we're going to give that back to you in product as a gift. And every month, a child will be nourished. All of this is to help you build your business. We want you to be a part of what we're doing because this is Aura. We need you to succeed. We'll give you all of the support. We'll give you all of the training. We'll give you everything that you need to grow your business because these kids matter. These kids need you to succeed because every time you succeed, every time a client comes on board, a child is nourished. This is Aura, her before and after photo, just 12 months in between, just from getting our nutritional supplements. You see, Richard Branson's got it right. He said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes. Then learn how to do it later. Because as I said at the start, you might be thinking, I don't have the time. Well, what I've learned is that if people really want something, they find the time. You may be thinking, I don't have the money. Well, we've just shown you that tonight you can actually get started for free. You just have to order products. Whether you get started at our champion level or you get started at our basic level, you only need to buy product. You might be thinking, well, I don't know how, I haven't been trained. That's okay. You didn't know how to do your first job. Someone had to train you. School, you had to learn. This is business. Of course you're going to learn, but the thing that you've proven through your life is that you can learn. And we're here to support you. We're here to help you, and you can do this. So get back to the person who invited you onto tonight's webinar. Let them know if you're option 1 or option 2, option A or option B. Yes, you're going to get started as a champion at $5.98, or you're going to get started at our free option tonight with just a monthly order. Whichever option you choose, we want to welcome you on board and say congratulations. 2016 could be the best year of your life. This could be a massive part in the way of changing your financial future. We hope that you get started with us. We look forward to helping you, supporting you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and we pray that 2016 is the absolute best year of your life so far. God bless. Have a wonderful night. Bye.